What we want to know is what happened in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, leading up to this.
Right now on KGW News, probing the door plug blowout, what Boeing is now promising to change as investigators keep pushing for answers.
Plus, plenty of sweat, but not enough blood. How our recent summer heat is creating a big problem for blood donations.
But first, a local lawyer accused of unfairly going after businesses over ADA complaints is now being sued by one of her former clients. Thanks for joining us. I'm David Molko.
And I'm Christine Pitawanich. Our top story tonight is an update to a KGW investigation. The Portland lawyer responsible for dozens of lawsuits targeting small businesses they say weren't accessible to people with disabilities is being sued for legal malpractice.
Well, let's get to investigative reporter Kyle Laboshi, who's been all over this story for the past few months. So, Kyle, this sounds like a major development.
Indeed, the Portland lawyer Jessica Mulligan is being sued by her former client. He claims Mulligan made legal arrangements, sent communications, and negotiated settlements without his knowledge.
We had all the negotiations, all of the plea deals, all of the demand letter in my name without my knowledge.
That former client, Connor Slevin, said he wants nothing to do with Mulligan or the ADA lawsuits she filed on his behalf. A KGW investigation found Mulligan is responsible for dozens of ADA lawsuits. She accused convenience stores, restaurants, and gas stations of violating some technical aspect of the Americans with Disabilities Act. That's the federal law that protects the rights of people with disabilities. In many cases, Mulligan sent a demand letter to local businesses threatening to sue unless they made necessary repairs and wrote her a check for attorney's fees, typically around $10,000. Many business owners called it a shakedown. Our investigation found a disproportionate number of those lawsuits targeted Asian-owned businesses in the Portland area. We tried to speak with Mulligan as she came out of federal court last week.
Ms. Mulligan, Kyle Laboshi with KGW Channel 8. Can we have a quick second with you? Are these cases about accessibility or about making money?
I said no, I'm not going to talk to you.
Mulligan had her law license suspended for 120 days in 2021 after she failed to keep a client informed about the status of a case. Following our investigation, the state bar said it's received 2 complaints about Mulligan's demand letters and lawsuits. We've got much more on this story and plan to bring you a full update next week.
Thank you, Kyle.
This isn't a PR campaign for Boeing.
That was the head of the National Transportation Safety Board getting tired of some of Boeing's testimony at an investigative hearing on the door plug blowout over Portland back in January. You may remember it involved a relatively new 737 MAX 9 plane that fortunately returned safely back to PDX.
I mean, I will never forget that Friday night. Tim Gordon's been closely following the first of 2 days of hearings around Alaska 1282. So, Tim, what did we learn?
Well, David, this was a 10-hour hearing today, so there was a lot of discussion about what happened and why. But the most significant thing we learned is that Boeing is redesigning the door plug to make it more fail-safe.
Good morning. We're now in session. I'm Jennifer Homendy, and I'm honored to serve.
The chair of the National Transportation Safety Board gavelled in the start of 2 days of testimony investigating what happened to the Boeing 737 MAX 9 that lost a door plug panel as it gained altitude leaving Portland back on January 5th.
Shortly after takeoff, the captain said that while climbing through about 16,000 feet, there was a loud bang.
The resulting near disaster was scary to see. A gaping hole in a commercial aircraft carrying 177 people, including pilots and crew. On Tuesday, we heard that it was a contracted crew from fuselage builder Spirit Aerosystems that was brought into Boeing's Renton, Washington factory to fix some damaged rivets near the door plug. Boeing workers removed and reinstalled the door plug to accommodate the work. And as we've learned,
post-accident evidence showed that the retaining bolts were not installed.
We also learned about a plan to make the door plug more fail-safe in the future, coming from Boeing's Elizabeth Lund.
They are working on some design changes that will allow the plug to not be closed if there's any issue until it's firmly secure, that would hold it securely in, as well as simple changes to make sure things like that the fasteners are lanyarded on.
That was welcomed news, but some of the other information Boeing supplied at the hearing did not get to the heart of the investigation for the head of the NTSB.
This isn't a PR campaign for Boeing. What I want to know, what we want to know, is what happened in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, leading up to this. Leading up to what happened in January.
But back to that fix for the door plug, Lund indicated that a fix could be in place within the year for Boeing 737 MAX 9 planes, and then a retrofit across the fleet. The hearing continues again tomorrow. Again, this investigation is far from over. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, can't wait to hear what comes out tomorrow. Thank you, Tim. The American Red Cross is facing an emergency blood shortage across the country and here locally. The Red Cross says July heat waves forced the cancellation of many blood drive events. The national blood supply has dropped 25%, and the Red Cross says blood donations fell short by 19,000 units last month.
The month of July was extremely difficult for us to be able to collect blood. The donors are not showing up. So, and that could be because, their own safety. They want to stay home. They want to stay in a cool place. So not only are the donors not showing up, but our hospitals are asking for more product, and we don't have it.
So type O blood is especially valuable because it can be used to save patients of any blood type in life-threatening situations. The good news, there are donation opportunities this month. You can download the Red Cross app, visit redcrossblood.org, or you can call 1-800-RED-CROSS for more information.
People are being asked to weigh in now on a proposal to clear some 5 acres of trees in Portland's Forest Park in order to make way for some new power lines. Environmental reporter Cale Williams joins us now. So Cale, what are you learning?
David, PGE says the new lines are necessary as the demand for electricity grows. But critics, they say the plan would remove important habitat for animals and could open the door for more development in Portland's largest natural area.
So we are venturing up into the BPA corridor, which is adjacent to the potential project site.
That's Micah Meskel with the Bird Alliance of Oregon.
I'm currently looking down on the Willamette River, which is...
And he's talking to us just off Highway 30 on the northern edge of Forest Park. It's the site where Portland General Electric wants to clear 5 acres of trees to build new power lines. But the site is also home to a variety of songbirds, small mammals, and the red-legged frog.
Yeah, 6 American white pelicans.
Meskel says it's the wrong place to build.
And it's really important habitat because it connects to the Willamette River, and on the other side behind me, it connects to Forest Park.
We're looking to alleviate a critical bottleneck on our system.
Kristen Sheeran is the Director of Resource Planning and Sustainability with PGE.
We're talking about an electrical grid that was built decades ago for a much different time.
The project is necessary, she said, to keep power flowing in a region where demand is spiking and extreme weather events are becoming more common.
It'll make it easier to respond to the peaks in customer demand that we're seeing due to the weather extremes resulting from climate change, like the heat wave we experienced just a few weeks ago.
And Sheeran said the utility has pledged to minimize any environmental impacts.
We're committed to leaving the park in better condition than we found it.
This is a really, really important 5 acres.
But Marianne Wilburn, director of the Forest Park Conservancy, is skeptical.
Yeah, right now I'm looking west at the proposed area that PGE could potentially clear cut. I'd say it's really hard for them to know what the impact is going to be.
Yeah.
Meskel thinks PGE may have chosen that particular site because they thought no one would object.
We can assume that they chose this one because they thought it was the path of least resistance.
But so far, at least, that has not been the case.
I'm concerned about it, and our organization is concerned about it.
Now, ultimately, it's going to be up to City Council to decide whether this plan moves forward. But if you want to weigh in, PGE will be hosting its first of 3 open houses Wednesday night at Skyline Grange Hall at 7 p.m. We've got all the details for you up right now at KGW.com. Guys?
Yeah, good to know that people will have a chance to weigh in too. Thank you so much, Cale. Still ahead, why Clackamas County is clashing with the state over its plan to address illegal drug possession.
Plus, it is day 11 in Paris with a major upset on the purple track.
And some people might get upset because there'll be more wildfire smoke coming to our sky, but it's clear right now. We cooled off today, only 77 for the high. We got a weather impact alert day coming up on Thursday. I'll let you know how long those 90-degree temperatures will be with us.